Hello, my name's Hemingway Jones. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to take a look at the Jinhao X159. Is it the Montblanc 149 Slayer that many people think it is? Is it better than the Jinhao 159? Is it worth the $6 that I paid for it? We're going to answer this and many more things. So let's take a look. Jinhao is the main brand of Shanghai Jiangwu Stationery Company Limited, a Chinese manufacturing company specializing in writing instruments. They were founded in Jiangxi province of China in 1988 and moved in 2003 to the large metropolitan city of Shanghai. They are known in the West for making incredibly affordable pens that seem to punch way above their weight, and for producing the endearing shark pen that has launched many a young person's lifelong passion for pens. I've always wanted to like Jinhao, but have had issues with their nib performance, finding them inconsistent and requiring a bit of a tweak before they are reliable or enjoyable to use. I currently have the X450 and the clunky paperweight of a pen, the 159. How will this one be? The X159 appears to be only available through Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and AliExpress in the United States. I ordered mine there, seeing it for as low as $3 and as high as $12 before shipping. I found a seller with positive feedback and ordered it for $6 with $5 or so for shipping. An extra fine or fine nib were the only two options that were available, and it was available in black, blue, and burgundy and gold trim, and a black model in silver trim. For some sellers, burgundy was listed as red. It is not red. It is a very brown shade of red, like wine left out overnight. The pen showed up in my mailbox 2.5 weeks later in a slip of plastic inside a padded envelope. Taking it out, it is shocking how it immediately registers as a Montblanc 149 in its overall dimension and feel. My imagination quickly tried to work it all out, and I wondered if someone sacrificed an actual 149 to make a mold for it, before quickly realizing that, with modern imaging technology, it's easy enough to copy anything. Nevertheless, I still tried to switch caps with the 149 to see if it would fit. Still, the resemblance is uncanny. I understand now why so many people in my comment section have been advancing their claim that this is the affordable alternative to the 149. But is it? It is one thing to clone the king, but can it rule? I have never been overtly critical of a casual resemblance between pens. I have often viewed it as a conversation between the companies and the refinement of an idea. There are some refinements of form and function that every great pen shares, but this is a conversation for another day. And outright plagiarism is more problematic for me, and more so, a lost opportunity. Why not house this pen in an original design, or make an improvement over the 149, like having a ring of metal protecting the edges of the cap? Something surely lacking. I've had the same issue with my Sailor 1911L and the Montblanc 146, and I owned the Sailor first, which was always a little confusing for me. So how does this pen write? That's the most important thing after all, isn't it? Well, filled with diamine ancient copper, it was rough going at first. There was a bit of a drag to the nib, and it had more than just a casual bit of skipping, especially on the upstrokes, and this on Ayush paper, one of my personal favorites. I stuck with it though, and did a little work on the nib off screen, which improved the ink flow a bit and made the experience a bit smoother. But it still skips a bit on the upstroke, even after writing with it for a few days. This is an immense disappointment. I will continue to work with it, and hopefully it will open up more as the days and weeks go on. Now, this is no huge disappointment. How much do you really expect from a $6 pen? How much should it matter? Well, I think this is a decision you need to make for yourself. But there are minimal criteria for a pen. It should write fairly well right out of the box. I believe part of the issue is how lightly I write with a pen. I use the minimal amount of pressure to draw a line, and I vary this to get some light and dark shading. This is how I'm able to journal anywhere, even standing up, and why a pen like the calligraphy nib on the Montblanc 146 was such a struggle for me. I think that many pens are made with a ballpoint user in mind, requiring more pressure to create flow. This pen is certainly perfect for the first-time user who can experiment and perhaps abuse it a little without much harm. The nib of this pen is beautiful, as pretty as they come. The overall construction is nice too, except for the bump around the ring at the back of the pen. Since this pen uses the design of the Montblanc 149, but lacks its internal piston fill and all the weight of that ink inside, it is off balance when posted, and it's very back heavy, making it more difficult to control. I find writing with it much more enjoyable unposted. It fills with a converter, a rather cheap one, but it works well enough. In summation, is the X159 an impossibly inexpensive alternative to the Montblanc 149? No, but it is a major upgrade to the 159. In fact, I think they should have changed the model name entirely. This pen is certainly worth the $6 I paid for it. It would be a great starter pen and a good blank for someone to decide whether the dimensions of the 149 are right for them. I wouldn't trade a case of these for a single TWSBI Eco or Lamy Safari though. It's all about the nib for me, and this one, like my other two Jinhao pens, falls woefully short. However, there is a dearth of pens of this quality of finish below $10 US. And I suppose that is something after all, even if it requires a little bit of tweaking to get the nib where it needs to be. In the desert, I saw a creature, naked, bestial, who, squatting upon the ground, held his heart in his hands and ate of it. I said, "Is it good, friend?" "It is bitter, bitter," he answered. "But I like it because it is bitter, and because it is my heart." So what do you think of the Jinhao X159? What do you think of Jinhao in general? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could do me one more favor, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It really helps me out a lot. Also, if you could like and share it with somebody else who you think might enjoy it, I'd appreciate that. So I release new videos every Thursday at noon, so we will see each other again further up the road. Take care.